Hey, it's Naomi from Tasktop. Today I'm going to show you how Tasktop synchronizes requirements and defects between IBM DOORS Next Gen and Micro Focus ALM to improve product quality through robust test coverage. Tasktop gives every single practitioner the information they need when they need it in their tool of choice. Before we jump into the tools themselves so we can see each practitioner's experience, I'll tell you real quick what we're going to do today in the demo. In our demo, a business analyst uses DOORS Next Gen to define, manage, and report on requirements. She creates a requirements folder, and within that folder she creates some requirements. Tasktop flows the folder and the requirements over to Micro Focus ALM, providing the tester early visibility into the requirements so he has ample time to work on the test cases to cover the requirements. A continuous synchronization between the two tools ensures any relevant changes to the requirements are immediately visible to the QA team. When the tests are run, a blocking defect is found and created in ALM. In this demo setup, the defect is synchronized over to DNG and linked to the originating requirement. This part of the workflow is optional. Another alternative is for Tasktop to add a link to the DNG requirement to point to the defect in ALM. Tasktop maintains traceability between the requirements and their tests, ensuring proper test coverage when a requirement changes and preventing over-testing when a specific functionality is removed. So let's get started. Over in DOORS Next Gen, the business analyst creates a new folder under the online banking folder called Login Functionality. Within that new folder, she creates a new artifact. She writes, "A user needs to be able to log in," and she sets the artifact type to requirement. Now she edits the requirement details to provide just a bit more information for the sake of our demo. She sets the priority to high and adds a short description, and then she clicks save. Back here we can see that the new requirement was created. If we quickly refresh, you'll see that two columns here were populated with important traceability data. We have the ALM ID, the ID of the corresponding requirement Tasktop just created in ALM, as well as the ALM URL in case you want the direct link to that ALM requirement twin. Let's switch over to see what's happening in ALM. First thing, let's refresh the folder structure. The login functionality folder appears under online banking, just as it is in DNG, and the new requirement the business analyst created is also here in the folder. If you click that requirement, you can see that all the details have flowed over, the priority, the short description. The fields are still editable should you want to change something. I also want to point out that the Alt ID field here has the ID of the requirement in DNG, so it creates bidirectional traceability between the two tools. Now let's imagine the tester uses this requirement to design his tests, and now it's been several weeks, and when running the test, the tester finds a defect related to this requirement. So he creates a new defect linked to this requirement, and he writes, "User is unable to enter password." He fills in all the mandatory fields and clicks OK. So now let's switch back to DOORS Next Gen and see what's synced over there, and we'll start with a quick refresh. What you can see now is that the parent of column for this requirement now contains a link to a child artifact, the defect from ALM. As you can see, our two practitioners worked seamlessly with each other, never having to leave their tool of choice, never having to copy-paste information, and never having to send an email. Contact us today for a personalized demo or evaluation at tasktop.com.